G'day, legends. Welcome to Elsa's World. And here we are on a brand new world. So sit back, enjoy. I'm going to run around and do what everyone does at the start of the game. The big ugly fella's going to have a chat to you upstairs, all right? Cheers. G'day, all. Thanks for joining us here on the very first episode of Gen X Plays Minecraft. What I'd like to do is every episode is bring up what do we call it, talking point or dilemma. I'll find a better name later on and discuss it. So what we're going to be discussing today is seeds. So and how you get about starting with your seed. Obviously, there's random seed, and then there's also a selecting seed. Random seed, that's easy enough. Generate the world, just hit it, go, and whatever it gives you, play with that. It's got some advantages. You don't know what's going to be there. Um, but the disadvantage is I'm getting to a point now where I think I want to find an area before I start, and which is where you want to build possibly a certain biome, a combination of biomes, or something like that. So if we want to select a seed, there's a couple of different options for that. First of all, there's the presets in Minecraft, which are easy enough. Select one, and I think they're just biome sort of dependent mainly. Next best option is YouTube. Just put in Minecraft seeds, and you've got an absolute abundance of different seeds. Minecraft and Chill is an exceptionally good one, and you can search if you want a villager seed, you want an island seed, pretty well whatever you want. You'll find it there somewhere. One of your next options is using a site like Chunkbase. It's an awesome site for seeds, basically finding out anything you want on your seeds. You bring your seed up, you can find where villages are, um, anything you need. It's all on there, which arts, whatever. Um, Only issue is it's not fantastic for finding um, a seed that you might want to play on. What you could do is you can highlight certain seeds, certain biomes, and they'll appear. So then you can just keep hitting around them until you get one round the spawn that you like. So it is limited, but you get a good look at the possibility of what you see can do for you. Your other option, which is probably the best one personally, is a site called MC Cedar. Now, very similar to Chunkbase, but the advantage is it doesn't have as good of mobility about moving around the map and such forth. Um, but what it does have is a seed finder part, and this is brilliant. Excuse me. You can go in here, pick a couple of biomes that you want. Let's say you want to try and have somewhere with a swamp with a nice tiger forest next to it. Won't worry about structure at the moment, and we'll just pick, we want them right at spawn. Bang, find, and here you have a site that has swamp right at the base with tiger forests. Um, if you particularly want to start right next to a structure, let's say, let's just do a desert temple, and we want it basically right at spawn. Bang. It's the ability to put in sort of the conditions of the biomes that you want to play in or have your base in. Um, this is fantastic. I actually used this one to find the seed I'll be playing on the Gen X one. Um, yeah, fantastic tool. Couldn't say anything better about it. Definitely worth checking out. As I mentioned before, I used MC Cedar to get the map we're on at the moment. I particularly wanted to live in a jungle with stony peaks. which is why I end up with this map. And this area around here is where we're hoping to head for as the main base area. Starter base, I was thinking about dropping just down the bottom edge of the mountains down around here. So that's where I was sort of aiming at. Obviously, we start at spawn, which is represented by the compass. And what I thought we'd do is we'd shoot straight up to this village, looting and pillaging along the way. We'll make our way then to this ruined portal, up to another village, and then ruined portal, village, ruined portal, and then down to see where we are and see what we've got down here and start a starter base there. That's basically the plan at the moment. So let's get back into that. All right, me back again. Talking your ear off while he does his thing. Early game goals. What are they? Personally, surviving, gathering, and searching. Searching, exploring. What I put under that, as you know, I've already got a predetermined route of where I'm going to be going. But it's the other things you see as you go along. I noticed just near spawn, just after I left spawn, I saw a couple of turtles on a beach. I'm a big fan of turtle helmets, so I know I'm definitely going to be heading back there later on. If you see a biome off in the distance, you're after that wood type, mark it down so you can head back there later. So with that, priorities. What do we need? Probably your first couple of things you want, obviously, is a bed to be able to survive the night, food, keep yourself going, and tools to assist you with that. I'm talking things like a sword, pick, an axe, if you can, a shield. All very helpful and will keep you going. So they're priorities. Secondary, I'd say things like resources. Anytime you get a chance to get some sugarcane, bamboo, any of the plantable foods at the villages, copper, iron, leather. Leaf litter is awesome too, early game as fuel for furnaces. Any of that sort of stuff you can find, grab onto, you'll be needing it later on. So one of the best places, to get all these resources is villages. Looting and pillaging villages is, well, it's just what Minecraft's all about, isn't it? Village, you'll find beds, food, workstations, and also additional resources, things like that. What you'll also find there is iron golems, a great early source of iron. It's not a lot, but it's enough to make your sword or a pick or a shield, something like that. Very helpful. Just make sure if you're going to fight the buggers, get up at least 3 blocks from the ground so they can't reach you. And yeah, just belt them around. The other good place to go, except for this one that I was just at, is a ruined portal. They've got some good equipment in the chest, good chance to get some tools, and also a good chance to pick up some other resources like magna blocks. You won't need them now, but you definitely need them on some of the early farms. Very helpful. Netherrack makes a really good early scaffolding block, as it's got a very easy, it's very quick to break. So, excuse me. And the other good one is lava, which I forget until I have to go back to one. If you've got a bucket on you that you've picked up at one of the villages, grab some lava. Fantastic early fuel that we can build a farm for and keep ourselves with lava for as long as we need. That's about most of the early stuff at the moment. So he's going to keep going and do that, and I'll probably get back to you when we're getting near the base. All right, enjoy. Davey, me forgot something I wanted to point out. Early game edition now bundles, they're fantastic. It enables you to carry so much more items in small stacks than ever before. So your early game gathering is going to be a lot easier. Obviously, shulker boxes are the way to go long term, but early game bundles, they're fantastic and yeah, good addition to the game. All right, cheers. Oh, as you can see, we're starting to hit into a mountainous area. We're nearly at the we're sort of selected for the starter base. We've got a backpack absolutely full of gear, and just a little bit further to go. I found this come across this hole just around the corner from where we are, and definitely thinks it requires investigating further. It does appear to go down a fair way, so yeah, definitely something we'll be coming back to check out and see if we can strip some of that copper and everything down from in there. Just up around the corner, and we get our first sight of where our new base will be. Got the bottom edge of mountains to the right. Got a nice, you call it, I suppose, a lake down the bottom here, which we'll probably be doing a fair bit of fishing in the next couple of days. But yeah, that's where we're looking at for our starter base along here. So first thing we've got to do is really start clearing up a lot of the area and making it a bit more safe. There's too many trees, too much shade, too many places for nasty things to spawn. So first thing we do is find basically where we're going to live, dig out a bit of a hole, and then clear out around the area. All right, back in a bit. As you can see, thanks to the awesome power of editing, we've cleared the area around it, made it a lot more safer. Um, and now we're going to head up into the mountains as an early priority and take advantage of the two best resources the mountains have, iron and coal, both in abundance. Yeah, great advantage if you do decide to start near a mountain or something like that. Awesome source of iron to start off. Couldn't say enough about it. I'll let him do some mining. We'll get back to you in a bit. Just a great example of one of the reasons I wanted to come up and live in the Stony Peaks, the views, it's fantastic, particularly with the visual upgrade that Minecraft's having at the moment. Yeah, making your scenery so much better, enjoyable. Well done, Mojang, on that one. I'll give you good credit. So now that we've got the short-term iron situation sorted, we'll get ourselves some better protection, better equipment, and then we'll head back and do something that I stupidly forgot to do. Fortunately, the closest room portal's just over the hill here, is go back and get some lava. We've got a couple of buckets, so we'll get a couple of pieces, and that is more than enough. Once we can find some cryptstone, we'll make a lava farm, and yeah, one of the best sources for fuel now. It's manual, but it's very cheap and fantastic. All right. So we've come down to the lake area just down near our starter base. We're going to do a bit of fishing. What I thought we'd do though is while we're fishing is get a couple of quick plantations set up, sugarcane and bamboo, so they can quietly grow while we're busy fishing. So we're going to get them happening, and then yeah, see if we can pull up anything decent from the depths. Minecraft Wiki has a quote: "The process of waiting for a fish to bite involves patience, attention to the task at hand, and a small dose of luck." Personally, I just say the grind is real. Why fishing? It's got to be the best source of a bow outside of having a trading haul that you can get, particularly early game. Bows are OP, they're fantastic weapons, and definitely one of the high priorities on myself when I'm in a new world. And yeah, fishing, unfortunately, is one of the best ways to get it. Most of the stuff, though, you pull up for fishing is still beneficial. You can break it down into three categories you can get from fishing. There's the fish, which is just the cod, the salmon, tropical fish, and the puffer fish, which obviously is good for water breathing potions, but also the upcoming update, it's Nautilus food. That's what we're going to use to tame the Nautiluses. So yeah, definitely worth hanging on to. You've got the treasure section, so you can get bows, which is one thing we're after now. Enchanted books, it's one of the only sources of mending books at the moment, once again outside of a trading hall. Fishing rods, upgrade your fishing rod as soon as you can. The better rod you got, it'll speed up your weight, the grind becomes less painful, and you're pulling out better and better items as you go. Name tags, Nautilus shells, and also a great source of saddles. Once again, with the updates coming to mounts, saddles going to become a bit more popular. Great way to get a couple is just from fishing. And then you got the junk, what's considered junk. There's still some good items in there that are useful. You can still pull up leather, string, bones, ink sacs, all helpful. So yeah, the grind is real, but definitely in the long term worth it. Now we can't have a good fishing session without throwing in some fishing tips. So first one is about wait time. Normally wait time's about 5 to 30 seconds for a bite, but then it comes in the lore enchantment, Each level of lure should reduce that by about 5 seconds each one. A good way to keep the timing down is making sure the bobber or the float is directly exposed to the sun or moonlight. Otherwise, the timing is doubled. So you can have transparent blocks above it, but anything that's even transparent, sorry, will block that effect, and yeah, it'll end up doubling the time. And if it's raining, it also reduces the wait time by a small amount as well. One of the other important enchantments for fishing is luck of the sea. Normally, when you're fishing, you've got an 85% chance of catching a fish, 10% chance of catching junk, and 5% chance of catching a treasure. Each level of luck of the sea enchantment increases the chance of catching a treasure at the expense of less chance of catching a fish and junk. So definitely another worthwhile enchantment. And obviously you can also put on unbreaking and mending, both self-explanatory. Fishing is also I wouldn't say a good source, but it is a source of experience. As you can see, I managed to upgrade the rod to maximum, so it's having vanishing on it. And also you'll notice that I've been able to get a pretty decent bow, which will do me for now until we've got a training hall set up. So the next thing we're on to is a bit of landscaping around the area, make it a little bit more attractive, a bit more useful, and we'll probably get a couple of cows at least and start some producing for leather and decent food source. So I'll get back to you in a minute. Here we go, presented with a great opportunity to show out how great these bows are. Unfortunately, they don't help you aim at all, do you? Oh, I'm a shit shot here, aren't I? I think I do eventually hit one of them. And yeah, one hit kill, but yeah, if you can hit the bastards. Now we've got this bottom area cleared out, bit of a fence around it, a couple of trees, get some cows in there and start producing. Cows, the main thing about the cows, obviously the food wise, but the leather. We want to make sure we've got enough leather to be able to make enough books, to make the bookshelves for our enchanting room. Is definitely a high priority. And then later on, you still need your leather for to make books once again to sell to your villagers once you get a trading hall. Later on, you can your best source of leather will be probably a bartering hall, but early game, cows, can't beat them. After fishing and landscaping for too many days, it's going to take a break and do a little bit of caving. We're going to go and check out this big hole just around the corner here. And basically, we're just looking for any ores. It'd be great. Lapis would be excellent at the moment for some enchanting soon. Redstone would be handy. One really item that we're really after, though, is dripstone. We need some of that to get our lava production happening. So hopefully we might find some down here. So I'll let him take over. Let's go a bit deeper. All the stuff we're after is a bit deeper down. Lapis, redstone, even diamonds. Yep, see you later. Don't like cricket. Where are you, little shit. Oh, dripstone. You beauty. Oh, there you are. Isn't that wonderful? See ya. Put this more further down. That looks a bit easier to get to. Where are you? I think that finished off our skeleton at least. No, it didn't. For fuck's sake, seriously? Just blasted your back. There's a skeleton somewhere close by. There he is. There's another one around somewhere. Awesome. Terrible shot. Come on. Let's get a few more torches up around here. Light this up a little bit. Ah, jeez. I believe there's someone still up above me. Pretty sure some of those hits seemed a bit off. Was it you? I do like those animations when they die. Come on, dude. It's got me that bit that time. Bad timing on my part. Wake up. Fucking hell, and another one. Jesus. Having a bit of a shocker. Alright. Stop fucking around. Let's pick up some gear and get out of here. here should be. Just have a quick look. It appears to open up a fair bit. Oh, some visitors coming. Of course you're wearing a hat, aren't you? Oh, did you get on? Seriously? See you, fella. Yeah, so I don't have anything dropped down here, eh? Definitely some people are, some mobs around here. So, whoa, this is a decent sized cabin by the looks of it. Oh, that's gonna move. Oh, yeah. Alright. Get out of here for now. That's a definitely future project. Okay, we're just finishing up our little lava production area. Unfortunately, we've only got 2 lava at the moment, but that'll get us going. And also only 2 cauldrons, but that'll do for now. That'll get us started. So one of the simplest farms you can build. Dripstone doesn't even have to be a dripstone block up there, it can be whatever. Dripstone will suck out the lava or water you can put, and produce it down into the cauldrons below. And so you can basically start farming lava, which is probably one of the best one of the best fuels you can get your hands on. So what we'll do while we're waiting is build a couple little furnaces. Get ready for the lava. Yeah, our first lava. Of course I didn't bring the buckets, did I? Keep the buckets on you. Alright. What we do here now, extract it, take it upstairs, rid of one of them. And stick it in there. We just got another one. Now, the problem is, we need some more cauldrons. We need some more iron. Definitely gonna have to go back up the mountain and get some more shortly. Just double their output. Right. Back, let's move to the top. Fuel in the back. Resources, you want smelted in the front. You can do it. This is where I'll finish off the video for the first episode. It's probably already too long as it is. You may notice that my days played is a bit advanced from the last bit of the video. It's because, yeah, I've recorded too much ahead already, so I've had to come back to do the outro here. So I'll learn and get on top of that sort of stuff as we go. So, look, thanks for joining me. please like and subscribe. Pass it on if you know anyone that might be interested. And I'll see you all in the next episode. All right, thanks for coming. Cheers.